Hi, everybody. Coming to you, it's what, 9:30 in the morning from the KGW studios here in Portland. Meteorologist Rod Hill. The latest on this 2-day rain event that's on track to hit the coast at about 11 o'clock this morning. Right now it's 9:35, and then moving into the Portland-Salem area somewhere around the 2 o'clock hour. So if you're watching this during the morning hours of Friday, guaranteeing dry weather through the noon hour and probably through 1 o'clock and on. And then the rain hits, and then it's going to be with us for quite a while. I want to start with talking about the snow on this at least 2-day pretty good precipitation event. So this is Timberline over on the left, 148 inches of snow on the ground, and still white and still beautiful due to a ton of fresh snow over the last handful of days. Nothing yesterday, but earlier in the week. So here's the latest. Tonight, kind of a wet mix. Precip will hit the mountain late afternoon into the evening. I think it's mainly a wet mix or rain at pass level much of Friday night, but once Saturday morning hits, snow levels could quickly get down to 4,000 feet. And I'll urge you to check travel conditions. You can do that on my Mount Hood weather page on my weather site, portlandweather.com, before you go up and travel during the day on Saturday. Saturday temperatures for travelers might a pass level be close enough to freezing that ODOT keeps the pavement pretty wet. That's kind of tough to tell, but the snow level will be around 4,000 feet. And then you would assume there will be accumulating snow at pass level Saturday overnight into Sunday morning. But jump down to the totals of snow. This is impressive for May. 6 to 10 inches, enough moisture to produce that at 4,000 feet through the day Sunday. Enough moisture at 5,500 feet and higher for 10 to 20 inches of accumulation. Timberline Lodge at 6,000 feet could easily be looking at 2-day plus totals of 20 inches of snow. And remember, Timberline specifically has picked up, I think it's 43 inches of snowfall going back to April 13th. So it's been a very snowy, especially the last week of April and now into the first week of May. So not that that can't happen, but it's a pretty good punch of moisture up there. And of course, anything we get this time of the year, you can make the argument, gives you hope to hold off fire season a little bit longer. And also the cool weather and the new snow will also slow the snow melt and run off into area streams. And that's good news for this time of the year as well. So I'll get to the rain here in just a second. A quick shout out to our sponsor. This is the Momentous Wealth podcast put on by Todd Pisarczyk and his team at Momentous Wealth Management. Their offices are in Vancouver. They can help you out with your retirement planning, for example, or overall financial picture in both Oregon and Washington. Their latest upload on their podcast, The Magic Number, and this deals with educating you on what certain numbers mean. Do you need $1 million to retire? Do you need 2 million in your 401k? What's the situation? And Todd takes you through that in his podcast. I've listened to the first half of it. I need to listen to the second half, but always really informative information. Spotify and Apple Podcasts to find that podcast, The Momentous Wealth. So thank you for that, Todd. Okay, here we go. Live cameras again. It's 9:30 in the morning. We're still dry. You can see the clouds are above Tillamook Head from the camera at Gearhart by the Sea. Similar scene down in Depot Bay. We still got sun, especially out in the east metro area. There's Camas Meadows. They're looking at sun. It's going to be a beautiful day today with no moisture until tonight over in central Oregon. Sun River looking at some sunshine this morning. There will be some areas in eastern Oregon get up to around 70 degrees today with the nice weather. There are the Three Sisters, all dry over there. If you're starting off your weekend going over into central Oregon, there are the clouds at the coast from the inn at Ottercrest. So let's get you going. Pretty impressive 2-day weather system curled up on the satellite picture. So the clouds are now coming inland. Here's Oregon, or Portland, more or less where my cursor is, or mouse. And you can see the cloud band. And all of this right here is going to swirl and feed in to our area. So all of this is coming pretty close to 2 days of pretty steady moisture once it starts this afternoon. And see the speckledness back here. That's the colder air that comes in behind a cold front. That front comes in this evening into the overnight hours, slowly drops snow levels from about 6,000 feet to 4,000 feet by tomorrow morning. And then there's another weather system that comes in to start the first part of next week. So I don't have a completely dry day in the forecast now until we get to Wednesday. This is KGW TV's Futurecast. Let me back this up. I think I can, I think if I take it full screen, I can back it up and we'll play it. Okay, here it's going to play. So this is going to show you the moisture coming into the I-5 corridor. Here we are, 11 o'clock at the coast. Now 2 o'clock starting to move into Portland. And then once it starts, it doesn't stop. Steady widespread rain through this evening. Here's the rain overnight tonight, pushing into Central Oregon, the snow and blue over the Cascades. And there could be some breaks along the coast developed tomorrow, but Portland, Salem, pretty steady moisture Saturday. And then Sunday, breaks in the moisture eventually, but it's still tough for me as a forecaster to tell you how wet versus dry Sunday is going to be. It's easy for me to say pretty much hours of steady widespread rainfall starting this afternoon throughout much of the day Saturday. Sunday, I just don't, I don't know if we're going to have as much dry time as wet time, or if it just continues to be almost a steady precip here in the North Valley. We do know there's going to be a hefty soaking. So these are rain totals from what's coming in later today through Sunday afternoon, ending at 5 p.m. And look at along the coast. There's a couple inches of rain. This would be down along parts of the Central Coast. This is 1.84 inches in Tillamook, over 1.5 inches in Astoria. This is 0.8 around Olympia, maybe not as much up into Seattle, but this shows 1.60 inches in Portland, about 1.5 inches down through Eugene and into Albany. And it shows what's really impressive. This is 37/100ths of an inch of rain over in Deschutes County in the Bend area. This is over 1 inch getting out toward the Blue Mountains to 0.6 of an inch. And this is 62/100ths of an inch out along the Idaho border. So this is terrific news. Again, when you get widespread reaching rain, it kind of dampens, or hopefully will delay somewhat, the start of fire season as well, which is already on the mind of those people that watch how much water we're coming in, and how many dry days and how many potential hot days we're going to have this summer. So I know if you have weekend plans, it's always kind of a bummer, but overall in the big scheme of things, it's really great news. Okay, I do want to talk about snow. We talked about earlier in this YouTube video. Here you can see everything that's these bright colors is 8 inches plus along the crest of the, or at least pass level and on up along the Cascades of Oregon. There's Mount Hood. This is showing potentially 10 inches of snow around Government Camp, or at least at 5,000 feet. Not as much snow when you get up into the Washington Cascades. Again, this is a system that's going to hit overall Oregon much harder than Washington. You can see it here with the snow in the upper elevations out through the Blue Mountains. So that's what's coming up. Some forecast numbers for you. It's again coming up on 9:42 in the morning now. Seattle, 52 degrees. They're going to crack 60 today before the rain starts. They've got likely rain in Seattle tomorrow. Not as high of amounts as Portland will get, but 54 rain, showers on Sunday. There's another system that comes in Monday. And like Portland, there's not a day with no rain in the forecast until we get to Wednesday. So that's what's up in Seattle. Let's jump down to Eugene. It's going to be a similar scene. Look at the high on Saturday, 51 degrees. You know, the record in Portland for tomorrow's date, Saturday, for the coldest high temperature is 50. And we're going to be 50 to 54 tomorrow in Portland with rain coming down. So that's about as wet and about as cold as it can literally be this time of the year if you look at the record books. And again, like Portland, the next day with no chance of rain, there's Wednesday. Look at Thursday jumping up. There's a big warm-up coming next week, 70 degrees on Thursday. Again, this is Eugene's forecast. You go to the Newport, the rainy weekend at the coast. Now, remember Sunday at the beach, the rain expected to break up and be more showery. So if you're at the coast on Sunday, it could be a lot drier than it will be inland here in Oregon. And then again, there's that I don't think there's a chance of rain even at the beach on Wednesday. Let's go dry there and then dry on Thursday. Over in Central Oregon, let's check it out. Bend, 45, beautiful day today, mid-60s, all dry. But remember, this moisture goes over the Cascades into Central Oregon by tomorrow morning. So it's a rainy Saturday over there, only 50, kind of similar to Portland's forecast in reality. And then still some showers and a mix of snow showers Saturday overnight and Sunday. Sun River Resort could be waking up Sunday morning to some snow on the ground, for example. And then it's all dry in Central Oregon starting Tuesday. And there's the nice warm up into Thursday as well. Okay, so courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros, here's my 7-day forecast. We could be as warm as 64 this afternoon if the rain holds off until after 2 o'clock. And then the rain on Saturday, temperatures are going to be pretty close to 50, 51, 52 much of the day. Sunday, again, it's tough for me to tell how much dry versus wet, but the rain will be breaking up somewhat. A weaker system gives us periods of some widespread rain on Monday. And then Tuesday is our typical sunbreak scattered shower day following. And there's the kickoff of warm weather. Right now, I've got Wednesday 65, Thursday 73 or maybe mid 70s. Could be upper 70s to close to 80 on Friday and Saturday of next week. So that's potentially a dry run of weather Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. Sunday right now also on the forecast models is looking warm and sunny. So we've got that big story once we get through the rain this weekend and to start next week. That is your update. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.